All right, so I think it's working, or I mean, it's almost working. So I'm gonna hit.
Okay.
I'm gonna hit the Instagram. I've never done this one before.
Neither have I.
Now live. Okay. So now I want to add somebody. Go live with, send to JP. Tax. JP Taxman. There you are. Send. Whoops. Send. Okay, it says it sent it to you. It's so cool. You got the legitimate lights going on.
You go away. Shut up.
It's so cool. You got the legitimate lights going on.
Oh, look at the lag.
Oh yeah, so I'll probably have to turn the volume all the way down on my phone.
Yeah, there we go. That did it for me.
Oh, weird. The volume buttons are swapped. Okay.
Like I said, I sent you a request to join.
Okay. View. Go live. Okay, it says it's waiting for you.
Here we are.
Okay, let me try to. Okay, now it's making noise again. So let me go back down.
Right, turn back up.
All right. Okay. Okay, say something. Oh, you got the green light too. Nice.
You got a little green, a little pink. I was feeling like some.
Oh my god, it's not gonna let me mute it. How
Joker
funny.
vibes a little bit.
I'm gonna actually, where are my headphones? If I could plug my headphones in, and then you wouldn't be able to hear it at all, because I feel like it's gonna do a feedback loop.
Oh yeah, I know. I'm getting it too.
Okay, yeah. 1 second. Let me go grab mine.
I don't know if I have some. Where are mine? Right here.
All right. Making history, people.
I hope
two viewers on Facebook, so that's really intense. Trying to do Instagram at the same time.
Here, real quick, listen on Instagram and see if my audio is coming through.
And hopefully that works.
Listen through on Instagram and see if my audio is coming through.
Yeah. Wait, hold on.
Because I did the same thing, but these headphones are broken.
Yeah.
You can hear me okay?
Yeah, sounds good.
All right, what if I put them right here? Is still here okay?
Okay, wait, I'll say it again. Check it again.
Can you hear me okay right here?
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
Yeah, cool. I think it sounds good. All right. Okay, dude. Okay, and I'm recording. This is like so intense. Like there's so much going on.
I know. So much setup.
All right, JP. So what are we gonna talk about?
Fuck, man. Can I curse? I think so, right?
Yeah, I'm not gonna be able to not curse. It's
okay.
It's just my plague. I can't get by it. It's part of my personality at this point. Sorry, guys.
Yeah, if you don't like it, the Gary Vee kind of style is like, that's me. If you don't like it, then don't watch my stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I guess we're talking about, from what we discussed, just identifying all the areas that I need help. I was trying to think, I think it started to be more specific, but also I guess some of my challenges, like identifying, all right, where do I want to focus today? And I couldn't decide. So getting down to, and I guess maybe focusing on, I've been working on this, getting a drop shipping business up and running.
Okay.
Selling a mug.
Selling what?
A mug.
Oh, right.
So it's, I'm branding it as Maker Mugs, and it's just a 32-ounce mug that says size matters on it, and it's got a ruler on it.
Okay.
right? So I kind of went through the marketing. The marketing kind of strategy on it is like, it's not about the size of your tool. It's about using the right tool for the right job.
Okay. All right. Okay, so that's interesting. Have you done like your target market on that or anything like that? Like have you run
Yeah.
No?
Oh, go ahead. What were you gonna say?
Well, I was going to say we could do like a user profile for that.
Okay. I mean, I think that'd be good. So what I've kind of roughly identified is, makers, so like woodworkers, metal workers,
Yeah.
people of that nature. Kind of going more for like the hands-on makers, even though I think, engineers are in there too, but like software engineers, I think kind of staying away from there, even though I think they'd also probably be interested. But people who would like actually use the tape measure are kind of people I'm going after.
Okay.
Yeah. And so I have it set up on Facebook where I'm going from 28 to 56, but I think I might even narrow that more and try to go more towards like late 30s to like mid 50s.
Okay. So how I do user profiles is we actually like do a profile for one person, like as if they actually exist. So like we do one age and
Sure.
are they married and all that kind of stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Do you think that would be helpful, or is there something else that would be like more valuable to you, do you think? I'm just trying to, guess.
No, totally. I mean, I think that's totally valuable to do without a doubt. And I think, excuse me, we might as well run through it.
Okay.
Yeah, I haven't done that yet, even though I know I need to. There's just so much to do, you forget to do certain things.
Yeah. So normally the user profile is what kind of makes it all fall together. It's like the first step for the stuff that I do. But normally when I talk to somebody, they have no idea who the user is at all. So I'm not sure if that'll be super helpful or not, but we can try it. And it sounds like you already kind of have a brand, right? Because it's just like a single product. You already know what it looks like and all that. So but we can get into that too if you want.
Yeah, let's go through your strategies for that.
Okay. All right, so let me pull up this document here. All right, let me add this to you. Let's see, where's Zoom? Zoom's right there. Share main screen. Okay, so can you see my screen?
Yep.
All right, cool. Whoops. Okay, so you said it's a mug. It has a ruler on the side. You're going for metal workers, hands-on people who would use a ruler and that would like be down for penis jokes, right?
Pretty much, yeah.
Yeah. All right. Okay, so it's definitely gonna be a man. I would think for the target market for this.
Without a doubt.
Yeah. Okay, so if you can think, can you come up with a person specifically that that this product would fit, like an actual name of a person? Or because sometimes the guy, the person that I talk to, they'll have a person in their head and they'll actually kind of know them. We give them a name and it's a lot easier to hammer everything else out. But sometimes it's kind of unknown, so we kind of do that at the end. But it's always cool to have a name to go with the profile.
Totally. It's actually funny. I got the idea to like start selling this product because I saw a guy who actually had it. I'm like, oh, okay, someone will buy that. It's also kind of funny. Like I would buy one.
Okay.
I can't remember his name though. I think let's go with Adam for right now.
Okay, perfect. All right. And what does he do? What's his job?
Uh,
Like carpenter
yeah,
or
that's what I was, a carpenter or maybe construction worker. Probably
okay.
construction worker is probably
Let's do
biased too.
construction.
Yeah.
Perfect. All right. Okay, so how old is he?
Um, he's 42.
Okay. Whoops. And how much money is he making a year?
Probably about, I'd say between 60 and 75,000.
Okay, so we'll do like 70, 70K.
Okay.
And is he married?
Uh, yes.
Okay. And how about kids? Does he have any kids?
Yeah, he probably has kids.
How many kids do you think he has?
Two.
2 kids. Okay. Do you know, and how old do you think those kids are? If he's 42, they have kids early or
Yeah, they're probably like, I don't know, I should say they're 6 and 8.
6 and 8? Okay.
Yeah.
Perfect. And we said he's a construction worker.
Mm-hmm.
And let's see, what kind of education does he have?
Probably just high school diploma.
High school diploma.
Yeah.
Whoops. I need a high school diploma. All right. Where does he live?
Where does he live? He probably lives in the suburbs.
And like, do you know where? Like,
I mean, I guess if we're talking Phoenix, I feel like
suburbs?
he lives.
How can I not spell this? Suburb?
I can't spell it.
Is
Don't
that
worry
not
about
right?
it.
Is that not right?
Suburb.
Come on.
You have an R in there.
Yeah, I know, but I took that out and it still said it was wrong.
I know. It's always,
Oh, there it goes. All
there
right.
it is.
So you said Phoenix?
Nah, I feel like he lives in like Awatuki.
Okay, how do you spell that?
Oh, I have no idea. Sorry.
Okay, so just Arizona. Is that good?
But Chandler.
Chandler? Okay.
Yeah.
Like the dude from Friends. Got it.
Yeah.
Is that in Arizona?
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, cool. Okay, perfect. And in his house, would you say like if someone came to his door and was like, "Hey, you know, we're doing roofs. You want us to fix your roof?" That he could just be like, "Hell yeah, go for it." Or do you think he needs to talk to his wife first? Like, is he the decision maker in the house?
No, he definitely need to talk to his wife.
Okay. Perfect. And does he have a specific field specialty in his construction work?
Let's say he can do jointing really well.
Okay. Jointing. So like he's like a framer, right? Isn't that what that is?
Yeah.
Okay.
We'll say he's a framer. That works.
Okay.
I don't know.
Framing. Okay. And what's his work hours like?
Early, probably like 7 to 6.
7 to 6. Okay. Cool. All right. All right. So, what are some of his challenges? What are some of his daily challenges? And it doesn't have to be.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I mean, it's not going to be specific to a coffee cup, so it doesn't matter.
Right. Probably fights with his wife.
Oof.
They get into quarrels.
Okay. What about like at work?
He probably has like back problems or like knee problems of some kind.
Whoops.
A bunch of aches. His body just fucking aches.
All right. And what are like some of his life's ambitions?
He probably wants a YouTube channel where he just does woodworking all day.
Wait, say that again? He wants to make a YouTube channel where he does woodworking?
Yeah.
Okay.
He just makes things.
That's awesome. That sounds like an awesome life, to be honest with you.
I agree.
I love making shit. I wish that I could do that all day. All right, let me see. I'm trying to pull to see this thing on Facebook to see if there's any like comments or anything like that. Let me see if I could just hit this. That's awesome. But also mute it so I can't hear myself.
I agree.
Oh, did it again. I love Stop. Okay, it's muted. Okay. Oh shit. There's actually a lot of comments already.
Got a couple people. Oh wow.
Hey guys, hey, oh hey. Okay, cool. Alright, so everybody's in there, they're just talking to each other. Perfect.
Cool.
Alright. And Michael Stancato's in the YouTube chat. Perfect. Let me see if I can see these both at the same time somehow. I don't know if that's possible. Maybe if I put it up here. Okay. Alright. Okay, back to this guy. Okay, so what are some things he values?
He probably values family. Probably his relationship with his coworkers. He's probably got strong he's probably got like American pride.
Okay. Okay. And what's his general attitude like?
I bet he's kind of pissed. He complains a lot.
Okay. All right. Perfect. Okay. And how about what's his lifestyle like?
He drinks a beer when he gets home from work every day. And
like immediately? Does he like walk in the door and he just like pops that thing?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay.
And then he starts like gives his wife a kiss.
Okay.
and then he just kind of like goes and sits in front of the TV and hangs out while she cooks dinner.
Okay. What kind of beer is it though?
It's just like a fucking Coors.
Okay, Coors. Coors Light though, or just Coors?
It's the one with the. I think it's just a Coors. It's the one with the like tan.
Because Coors and Coors Light, this is two different things, right? Like Coors Light says, like I kind of want to better myself, but I also But I also don't care. But like the normal course is just like I don't fucking care. I'm drinking it. I'm just having a beer, dude.
Oh, dude, it's a normal course for sure.
Okay, okay, just
If
a
that's the case,
normal.
if we're breaking it down like that.
Yeah, just a normal ass course. Okay.
Uh-huh.
Okay, perfect. Sounds good. All right. And what are his opinions on things?
He's a big Trump supporter.
Okay.
He's all about building a wall. No, he's not. No. He's a Trump supporter. He's a Trump supporter, but he's against building the wall because a lot of the guys he works with a lot of the times are illegal Mexicans, and he knows that they're good people.
Okay. Let's see. How would I say that? He's against the wall, and he's I
guess you should say against illegal immigration, or not against, for, not necessarily for it, but not opposed to it.
Or for immigration?
Yeah.
Okay. Man, this guy's really confused. All right. Okay, cool. And what are some of the things that really piss him off? Some of his triggers. I'm so red on Instagram.
People that don't work hard.
Okay. Doesn't like people who don't work hard. Oh yeah, by the way, if you're the one person watching this on Instagram and you actually want to see my screen, just go on YouTube or Facebook. Somebody keeps coming in and then goes away, then comes in and goes.
Sweet
Italian. Oh, that's Natalie.
Oh, sweetie. I don't know.
That's Natalie from my childhood.
Oh, Nelly from his childhood. Welcome to the live stream.
Yes, it's really good. You guys are missing out if you're not on this bad boy.
Right. I wonder if my buddy Scott joined us. I wonder if he's still here. Probably not. Nope. Oh, she left too. Oh well.
No comments yet, really.
Still here, though. Yeah.
Okay. That's all right. People just watch us in the background while they're doing their work. It's fine. Where they have their course.
Yeah.
All right. So, what are? Does he have any more triggers you can think of? Or maybe like concerns, like things he's concerned about.
Let's see. Concerns. He's probably concerned about. He's concerned about his mortgage.
Okay.
He overspends for sure.
Ooh, there we go. What does he overspend on though?
Of course.
Yeah.
No, I'm just kidding. He just like he buys like he'll get like the way too expensive TV and some other things, but he'll spend a lot of stuff on his wife and his kids, and maybe like car stuff. He might do car work.
Like he has a car that he like buys like rims and stereo systems and lifts it and that kind of stuff. Okay, so just like unnecessary car.
Yeah.
Car mods. What does he drive though? Is it a truck though? Probably a truck, right? Like
probably a truck.
Like a diesel.
Truck or like a fucking Dodge Challenger or something like that.
Oh. Okay, I see. All right. So that makes a lot more sense. This actually fits a little more because if it was a truck, that's more utilitarian, right? Like you kind of have an excuse to get a truck, but a Dodge Challenger, there's no real excuse for that. You're just like, no, I just want this crazy fast car.
Exactly.
Okay. This guy definitely sounds like a good target for your mug. That's for sure. He's unnecessarily buying things.
Right.
All right, perfect. Okay, so this one will be interesting. What do you think they need to solve their challenges in life?
Counseling, probably.
Okay.
built to it.
Of course not. Is that right? This is gonna drive me nuts.
I
It
think
doesn't look
so.
right.
I know it doesn't,
Okay.
does it? But I'm pretty sure it is.
Yeah, it is.
Don't
Hey,
trust
that's
my
right.
thoughts
It's
for
according to
sure.
Google, guys. I don't know. It doesn't look right to me, but whatever. Okay. So counseling, but he won't go.
Hmm.
So this guy is stubborn. I'm gonna write that up here. That's important. All right. All right. What else? Sounds like he has some health issues. Not just like mentally, but physically.
Yeah, definitely. Physically, he's in pain.
Should probably like get to like
Constantly.
physical rehab.
Yeah.
Now, would you think he'll go to that or no?
When it gets severe enough, when it gets to the point where it's like really affecting his work, he's gonna start to try to do something about it.
Okay. So, would you say this guy has a lot of like payments every month on things, or does he like straight up just blow the whole check? You know, does he have like his car, you know, a trailer, and you know what I mean, like a lot of separate payments on things? Like, does he own the Challenger, or is he still paying it off?
Mm. Probably still paying it off. He's probably got a bunch of payment stuff and like monthly bills to pay.
Okay. Interesting. Maybe you could make like some sort of mug, like monthly mug club. No, that's too crazy.
Too crazy, right?
Like
Yeah,
a
I like
mug,
it though.
like a mug exchange. Okay. All right. What else? What else do they need to solve their problems? Pretty much counseling mentally and physically.
But at the same time, it's like, who doesn't need that?
Yeah, I know, right? Everybody needs that for sure. I wish I could. I wish I could do that. I was just at physical
Right.
rehab because I destroy my back all the time. So
Oh, yeah, mine's getting there too. I try to stretch every day though. That definitely helps.
yeah, I need to do that. I don't do that. My wife tries to
It
get
took
me
me
to
a
do
while to get
yoga
into
all
the
the time.
habit. I tried for like a year to get into the habit of doing it. Only recently, I finally got it locked in.
Yeah, I was lifting every day, and then well, not every day, but almost every day, and then went home for Christmas, and then came back and was like, nope, it's cold as shit in there. So I stopped doing
Right?
it.
That'll do
Okay,
it. Cold.
so let's see. This is because again, I don't know if this is gonna. I don't know what this is gonna tell you, but like to me,
Mhm.
I at least understand who this guy is for sure. A
This will
lot
definitely
more.
help me with marketing.
Yeah, well, yeah, that's the whole point.
Yeah, of course.
Okay, so this one's gonna be interesting. So what do you provide to meet his needs?
Dude, I provide a sense um, of what's the word I'm looking for? I guess this isn't the word I'm looking for, but this is the word I'm going to say. A sense of security about his manhood.
Ooh, sense of security. That's deep. Because no dude, that's really good because yeah, I mean, he's not doing well with the money.
Mm-hmm.
He's not doing well with the health. He's not doing well with the wife. They're fighting. His body's messed up. He's confused about Trump and immigration. He's concerned about the mortgage. Yeah, so his self-esteem is pretty low.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. That's interesting. So
Hey, you don't just not just selling a mug, man.
what?
You're not just selling a mug.
No, this is really interesting. So what's your targeting like right now? You're doing Facebook ads?
Doing Facebook ads. I think I'm gonna switch to Twitter ads though, man. I'm just gonna try it.
So are you currently spending money on that?
Yeah, I'm just doing $5 a day for a week.
Okay. Have you got any sales?
Yeah. No, I need to retweak the ad I set up. I got a really bad relevancy score.
Okay.
But yeah, we'll see. I gotta retweet that, but that's, that's just what it is. It's a lot of testing and seeing what works, who is. There's just so many variables to play with that you just gotta try things out,
You should see if there's because on Facebook I'm probably part of like 2 or 3,000 groups.
2,000 or 3,000 groups. You joined that many?
Yeah.
Jesus.
Every time I try something out, like let's see, the first one I tried out was when I was just trying to make up just straight up funny videos. That was like that was the value, it's just funny. So I was looking up groups, funny video groups and that kind of stuff, and they're extremely spammy, like crazy spammy, but I would share stuff in there to try to grow the audience. It didn't work at all.
Right.
And that wasn't super fulfilling because I wasn't really helping anybody with anything. I wasn't really, providing any real value. So my wife has a lot of crazy autoimmune issues, and she needs to eat a very certain way called the AIP protocol. So, and it's like paleo, but way more restrictive. So I started going into groups that were AIP because in the beginning it was really hard for me to get started on it. Because it's just, I don't know. I wasn't being as supportive as I should have been. Because I didn't really understand it. And it was seeing like all these it was mostly women, because mostly women have autoimmune issues. Just a vast majority more are women than men. And they were just saying, my family makes me cook 2 meals, and my husband and kids don't support me. And some people are saying like they sneak stuff in their food to test to see if they can actually eat it and stuff. So they're kind of like poisoning them and stuff like that. It was crazy. So I just realized how super fucked up it was, and I needed to do something to be like way more supportive. So I started making those AIP cooking videos.
Cool.
Just to like, it was really just for fun. And I'll never forget, I posted it on YouTube, and then I realized like, oh yeah, there's probably some AIP groups on Facebook and on Reddit too. So I just looked after. It was weird. I looked after I made the video, and I found a bunch of them. I joined them, and then I shared it, and that stuff blew up like crazy. So I bet you there's a couple really good construction groups like on Reddit too, on Reddit and on Facebook, and you can share to those places for nothing. It's free.
Yeah. I'm actually kind of going that route in a way. I joined a bunch of like woodworking and metalworking groups.
Yeah.
I'm gonna join some construction ones now too. And then, but I created my own group, and it's called like, I think I called it Jig Makers.
Yeah.
So it's just like going to be where woodworkers can share all the jigs that they've created.
Yeah.
Like show plans and resources and ideas around that.
Do you do that kind of stuff?
Do I?
Yeah.
A little bit, yeah.
Oh, okay. How's that group? Is it growing?
I literally just made it last night.
Oh.
So
okay.
I think 4 people total in the group at the moment.
Yeah, dude. You should definitely try to find some more groups on Facebook. Like there's some that I'm part of that have like 20,000 people in there.
Oh, easily, yeah. Yeah, it's just the question is, I mean, a lot of it is you got to find a couple and like really be a part of them and get familiar in there.
Yeah.
At the same time, like none of them want you to spam like your shit in there, and I don't want to be that guy either.
Yeah.
So it's hard to mitigate how to do that correctly,
Yeah, because you're like straight up selling a product, I guess. But
yeah.
maybe there's something else you could do. Maybe you could make like a 30-second funny video or something, and then have the mug in it.
Mm-hmm.
Like have the mug be what the video's about, but don't sell it. You know, just make it funny to target them so they would share it.
Yeah.
Because then, you know, people are, you know,
That's a good idea.
and then
I think doing that and then having someone else share it in that group.
Yeah. And not, you know, don't be like, you know, buy this mug, you know, for $10.99 or whatever, but just be like, you know, have some joke about it.
Yeah.
That they would think is funny. Maybe that would be a good way to do
that's easy. But doing video, man. I'll do it though.
You don't do video?
No, I do video. It's hard. So time consuming to getting it right.
Yeah.
Challenging.
I don't know. I think that, I mean, maybe even doing a video, then running the Facebook ad on the video.
I mean, that's definitely the way to go, without a doubt. I'm just trying, at this point at least, I'm just trying to figure out if it's going to sell and like how to sell it before I start like going hard into making videos and stuff. Yeah. That's just really time consuming. So definitely I will do that. But just trying to get that first sale. And then once I can prove that I can sell it, then start doing more time consuming marketing stuff around it.
Yeah, honestly, like I don't think I've ever met someone who has launched a Facebook ad campaign and that it has been successful to where they can like show me like, look, I did it, it's successful. Like I've never ever seen the numbers for it before. I've always been on the other side at like the agency selling the service to a client, you know?
Yeah.
I've never actually seen it work.
Interesting. I mean, I haven't either actually seen it work, but I hear about it working everywhere.
Yeah, me too.
Like, I hear about, like, I'm in all these like drop shipping groups and all these guys are like, yeah, Facebook marketing, like killing it. And like local Facebook ads. So apparently it works for someone. I'm trying to figure out exactly how to make it work properly. Yeah. And that's what I think, like maybe Twitter might be a better source. Honestly, like from my experience, I've had better, at least, traffic acquisition through Twitter. Every time I do Twitter, I get way more click-throughs. But I'm also doing Twitter. Like I created a Twitter account for my, the company itself, Maker's Mug. And I'm just going to do with the strategy I've been doing there for my podcast, where I just go and I am just actively replying. It's like Gary Vee's like $1.80 rule, basically. And
what's that? I'm not familiar.
So basically, it's just like you're spending it basically like $1.80 in time every day. And you go out and you find people in like whatever niche you're looking in, or like if you just go out into different into the internet or into the social media and you reply with like a meaningful comment, not just like cool or nice, like most people do. You go and like really say something about what they're saying and you connect with them and you have like a conversation.
Yeah.
And that's why I've been liking Twitter more recently than Instagram, because on Instagram, when you do that, you don't really get much of a reply or a connection. And it's also like kind of convoluted. But on Twitter, it's set up great for it. So like I'll do this and I'll get some like kind of like back and forth conversations going with people. And then you actually like grow your following, and people don't just follow you to like get you to follow them back. They follow you because they're like, oh, this was an interesting person. I like what he said, or like what his profile says. And they actually like follow you. So my following is actually growing on Twitter, and people click the link. So like I tracked a link to do some testing at first, and I'm kind of optimizing that process. But I got like 113 click-throughs or clicks to the link in like a week or something.
Yeah.
To just like going out there and like being hard at every day for like an hour or two. Usually just on like the train ride home from work, I'm just like tweeting out people and making connections.
So that's really interesting. So yes, I knew I was going to learn something from you. So what I'm trying to do right now is like a big thing that I'm practicing right now is trying to be like I'm trying to get really good at being able to reach out to somebody who I don't know and to try to start a conversation with them. And it's really hard for me and most people. So the main thing that I learned from the last video with Frankie M Design, the dude with the dope hat, was like, he's a crazy guy and he has all kinds of experience. He has all kinds of know-how. But he doesn't say any of that to you pretty much ever. It just kind of comes out as you talk to him over a long period of time. So when I first started talking to him, he made me feel like I knew way more than he did. And so I immediately was like, oh, I can help you. And I tried to help him. And I was like super comfortable with the guy. And then it came out that he actually knows way more than I do. So then I was just like, kind of felt dumb. But at the same time, I was like, dang, like, it was really easy to talk to him. So
sure, he made it comfortable. He made it.
Yeah, he made me super comfortable. So he's been kind of trying to teach me how to do that. And it's all about like being humble or whatever. So I'm curious, like, how do you do it on Twitter? Like with, you know, you only have a certain amount of characters and all of that. Like, how do you find a conversation then that you want to get into, and like, how do you get into it?
For sure. So typically what I do is I look for the ideal for me. I found is like, I find someone who gets between 5 and like 40 comments per tweet.
Okay.
And so I don't typically tweet someone in my feed. I will every once in a while if I see something interesting. But I'll go into someone's comments because people are already talking about something. Like there's some conversation that's been started. Like a really good one to start if you're going to do this is Joseph Gordon-Levitt, because he posts like these really interesting ones, like interesting questions, or he'll post a photo of what you're doing right now. Like he did one of like post a photo of what's up, of looking up at something. So people like would take photos of whatever's above them.
Oh yeah, you do that on Facebook too. You post you always ask random questions like that.
I do. Well, I stole a photo one from him a little bit, but yeah, that's my thing on Facebook is asking questions, because that gets the most engagement for sure, by far, hands down. But anyhow, I go into that thread and I just start like being like asking questions about the photo, like if it's a dog, like, you know, what do you feed your dog? Or I say like, oh, that's an adorable dog. Like, do you snuggle with it at night? Or I'll just like say funny things and like leave like a gift comment with it that like enhances the what I'm trying to say.
Yeah.
And so you just like say whatever you kind of feel or are thinking about whatever the post is, and then they'll respond or they won't, or maybe you'll just get a tweet like, or the, you know, like some of you do a comment that hits, like a lot of other people are kind of going through and looking through replies as well, which is interesting. And you'll get a lot of likes on your post. So then that one will be raised to the top. So then more people are seeing your comment in that thread, which will also lead to more people going to your profile and being like, all right, who is this guy? That's interesting. And then hopefully leading to more link clicks.
That's crazy. So are you just kind of going for like any engagement, or do you go for anything specific? You know, like, is there like a certain market you're trying to target or something? Or
so right now, at least on my personal one for my podcast, I'm just kind of doing whoever. Like I'm just kind of seeing. I was testing the strategy for the past like 2 weeks or whatever, seeing how it works, and it seems to work. And now I just got to kind of ramp it up a little bit and optimize it. And now I'm gonna do that. But but not like I'm saying, I'm taking what I just learned and I'm applying it to the Maker's Mugs. And so I made that profile. And then what I do as well is I create a list. You can create a list of people, which is nice. So I have a list of people. I go into that list and then I get all their posts and I can go into their comments and comment to the people in there. So like on that one, I've just found a bunch. I went today actually and found a bunch of like, who are the biggest, you know, makers on YouTube? And I went through and I followed all of them. And so now I get all their posts into one thread, and I can go through to their followings and engage with their followings. So I know are people who like making stuff
That's a
Really
really
can
good
get
idea.
mindset. Yeah.
So, and that's all. That's all in the Twitter app.
Yeah, all in the Twitter app. I mean, I use the computer one too, or the desktop one if I'm on desktop.
Yeah.
I like having keyboard better, honestly.
Okay. Yeah, I've never done Twitter at all.
I hadn't either, man. I was very anti-Twitter for a very long time,
Yeah.
and didn't realize like what it could do. And then I don't know, just like one day, I don't remember what sparked it, but I just like started going into comments or replies and doing that, and I was like, let's see if this works. And like people would actually start replying, which was nice. And I just kind of went with it. I don't know. But
really
I was very anti-Twitter, and now I'm like pro-Twitter and more anti-Facebook because people actually engage, which is what I really want. Like either way, like I like it when people engage with me and talk back. I don't just like getting like a, oh cool, or like a 3-second thing. Like even on like Instagram, when people comment on your stuff, Instagram is just so marketing, which is okay to an extent, but it's just like no one's really doing it right because everyone just wants you to see their stuff.
Yep.
I'm not to an extent any different, but at least when I do it, like I'll respond back. Like if someone responds or something, like I'm gonna be on there like trying to ask questions or dig in deeper, you know, whatever. Like if someone comments on my stuff, I'm like, if they say like cool, I'm like, thanks, man. Like I would love to know what you think, or you know, especially if I ask a question, I'm like, so could you answer the question? And they just won't. They're just like, no. I'm like, come on. Like I asked a question so you would answer it, so you'd engage, and you didn't do that. You just said, cool. I'm like, you're clearly just
smiley face.
Yeah, get me to follow you.
Yeah, dude, you're totally right. On Instagram, I just changed what I'm doing on Instagram last night. It finally clicked after like, are you a Future? Do you follow the Future and Chris Do and all those guys?
Not on Instagram.
Well, like anywhere, like on YouTube or anything. Do you know who Chris Do is?
Oh yeah, that's how we met through the Future group, right?
Okay, well I thought you said you weren't part of that group anymore.
I'm not part of the paid one. I'm part of the
the fans.
Anyone that's not paid, yeah, the fans one I'm in.
Okay, I got you. Cool.
Yeah. I'm in that one, and I do follow him on Twitter.
Okay, cool.
He's a good one to do. I did it with. I think he's the second one, but I did it with Ben. I had some of the best engagement in his comment in his tweet reply section.
All right, I'm gonna try this out for sure.
I would love to know what your results are, man.
Yeah, dude, that's a really good idea. I'm gonna try it. For Instagram, Chris one night, I DM'd him on Facebook, and I was just like, dude, I don't know what I'm doing. Like, I'm doing all this work, nothing's working. Like, I don't fucking know what to do anymore. I'm doing everything you're saying, but you know, I'm not sure what I need to do. So basically, he had to like core me on the phone. Like he had to do what I'm trying to do for everybody on the phone. Because you can't do it yourself. Like it's impossible to do it to yourself.
Yeah.
Because you can't pull insights out of yourself. So he was just like, in like 30 minutes, he called me, and I was like, holy shit, you know.
Right.
And like I was actually in bed, and I got out of bed, I went in my office, put on my earbuds, and I like answered the phone. I was like, hello? And he was like, and like he just started asking me questions. He didn't say anything. He was just like, you know, what do you want out of life, Mike? Like, what do you want? And I was like, I don't know. And he's like, well, fucking like think about it. And so the group did this thing not too long ago where we're all making skateboard deck designs, and we were posting it on Instagram with a hashtag Future Pop Art to try to make this like little social conversation thing happen to try to get some people on the map. And so I started doing that, and it was fun. But exactly what you're saying, basically all I was doing was like, here, look what I made. Like, here, look what I made. Like, it's cool. It gets likes because people scroll and see like, oh, there's a cool image. Okay. But it's not going to make any conversation at all. It's being kind of the opposite of humble. It's just like, you know, look at this cool thing I made. And even after I decided to stop really pursuing just design and web design, I started going after more like the coaching and business strategy stuff, which is just helping people. I still didn't know what to post on Instagram, and I still posted the same shit. And it wasn't till last night that I realized, like, why don't I just post like a minute clip of one of these videos of somebody, you know.
Oh yeah, right.
And the day before, I had posted the full video on Facebook and on YouTube, and what I thought was one of the best videos that I had done, it didn't go anywhere. It was like terrible. And I was like, and it took me like 20 hours to edit it, and I was just like, damn, this really sucks. Like, you know, because I was planning on that day doing another one, and I woke up and like nothing happened, and I was just like, oh my god, like how am I gonna do another one? And so I posted it on Instagram before I went to bed, and I woke up and I had like 30 more followers. And like, because it wasn't just me being like, you know, hey, look at this thing. It was actual value that people could actually use. And it wasn't even me saying it. It was Frankie saying it, the guest. He was the one teaching me. Like you're teaching me Twitter right now.
Yep.
So it's funny because his call went the same exact way where we started doing the strategy thing at the beginning, but it turned into something else. So honestly, like this video, when I cut it, it'll probably be you talking about Twitter, because I think what you're saying is like super like valuable.
Yeah, that's totally fine. And I want to share that too, man. Like that took me so long to get right, and I finally feel good about it. So I'm like, I'm finally starting to kind of, I think, get the social media stuff.
Yeah,
I'm kind of like getting in the zone with it, where I've just been like banging my head against the wall since I started trying to do it like 5 years ago. Like, come on, work.
Yeah, dude.
I'm like, oh, okay, this is what you're supposed to do.
Yeah, it's like, and a couple other people told me, like once you get 500 people who actually like what you have to put out, actually comment on it, then like you're pretty much golden from that point on, because that little engagement they give you blows it up. Yeah. So I've been trying to do this. Sorry, go ahead.
Continue. Finish your thought.
Oh, I was just gonna say, so I've been trying to do that one by one, you know, like I'm so like I just contact one person at a time that will say something nice on a video or something, and just be like, hey, you know, what did you think? Like, do you have any critiques? Like, what did you like about it? And they're usually really forthcoming with information and advice, and then I try to get them on the show or whatever, and they're like all excited or whatever. And that's why I started calling it a show, because other people were like, can I be on your show? And I was like, my show?
I got a show now.
Yeah, I was like, my show? Damn, that's fucking cool. I like how that sounds.
Right?
Yeah. So it's definitely fun.
That's the right idea. Have you read 1,000 True Fans?
No, I haven't.
Go look that up. It's a short article.
Oh, okay.
But it's basically that concept.
Is it Seth Godin?
Let's say hello to Bautista.design. I don't think so. I think it's this other guy.
Yeah, dude. Bautista Design, that guy's the best.
Is he?
Yeah. I'm gonna get him on the show next.
Hell yeah. I'll be excited.
He's one of the super nice guys that like actually like shares my stuff and says like, you know, actual comments on my YouTube videos that actually help me, not only help me make them better, but but like it helps me like do another one, you know, because I'm like, that guy liked it, that guy appreciated it, you know.
You know, another thing we should set up on Twitter, that there's this guy or this kind of group that does it with podcasting, which is really interesting. But they have like a retweet feed basically, and we should just create a list for us to like, because here's the thing with social media too. If we're all doing it right too, we can all help each other so much. If we all share each other's stuff, like we all have, you know, our necessary following to blast each other out, and if we just kind of share each other's things, like that'll keep impacting each of us, and we each compound the compounding interest of work we're doing alone.
Right.
So I've always tried to figure something, and I think that like I got into that group, and they everyone did it. It was crazy. Like I got like 17 retweets, which is the most I've ever gotten on Twitter, and it got a hefty amount of engagement.
So it's like a group on Twitter.
They just did it through the messaging, through the messaging part. Like just a bunch of people join a group message. Oh. And then you say like, hey, here's the post. You share the link into that group message, and then everyone just goes and shares it out. And so like kind of just know, I'm like, if, you know, a bunch of people share mine out, I'll go in there and like share a couple other people's out, and everyone's kind of just sharing each other's stuff.
Did that work for you?
A little bit. I mean, I'm pretty sure it got me a bunch of clicks because on one day, I think it was the same day. Like I got, I think like 15 clicks in one day.
Yeah.
And I think it was the day that post got like retweeted a bunch that I went in there to share one of my posts.
Interesting.
But
hey,
anyhow,
wait.
that's
Baltisa Design said that there's interference in the back. What do you mean, dude? Like, is the sound bad?
That's probably me and my shitty microphone.
Well, it might be because my mic is picking up my earbuds.
That could be it too.
Let me try to turn it down again. I have to keep turning it down.
That could be mine too. The headphones really close. So.
Instagram is like, no, and it turns it back up. It's like, it's cool, Instagram, chill out. It might be my laptop too. My laptop's like right here. So, but my experience with trying to get people to like asking people to share stuff is usually like they're like, yes, like 10 people, hell yeah, absolutely. And then so it's like, you know, and it kind of goes like this, and then the third time I ask them to do it, you know, I kind of start feeling like a dick, and you know,
I know, right?
And then they kind of stop responding to me, and then I'm like, okay, yeah, I'm not doing this anymore. No. This is horrible.
I know it's so hard, dude, to go and ask for shares and things, and it's so funny because people will be so eager to share someone's stuff they don't know, but when it's someone's stuff they do know, they just won't share it for some reason.
Yeah, I know.
It's just like, come on, people, it's sharing something. I try to, like, whenever I see something that's good, I try to share it.
Yeah, I know, like me too.
It's kind of art thing.
When I was doing the AIP cooking videos, I made like 8 of them, and like, dude, I didn't get one follow on YouTube from that. Like, I hit like 80 subscribers, and then that was it. Like, nothing happened. Like, there was no YouTube love at all. And I'd post it on Facebook, and the ladies in those groups would love it, but none of my friends and family would really like it or anything. And so I just figured like I was getting ghosted or something, like there's something wrong with my account or something. And then I went home for Christmas, and like I walked in, and there's like a bunch of people in my family, and they're like, hey, we love your videos. Hey, we watch all of them. And I'm like, what? Like, they're like, yeah, we watch them on TV. I'm like, why don't you click the like?
That's the funny thing about YouTube though, man. Like, I never click. The only reason I like the YouTube videos is someone asked, like, you specifically say, would you go like the video?
Yeah.
I was like, yeah, I'll do that. But as I was doing it too, I was like, I never click like on YouTube videos for some reason.
I didn't either until I started making them.
I love them. Like, I even rarely comment. Like, only when I'm like really into commenting will I comment. But it's just like, there's something about YouTube where it's just like, I'm just there to consume it.
Yep. Yeah.
I engage with it for some reason.
Yeah, it's totally true. I did the same thing where, man, there's probably a couple of YouTube videos that I've probably shown to like 100 people because I thought it was so funny, but I still didn't subscribe to the person. I still didn't like the video because I didn't even know that was like a thing, like until probably like 10 months ago. I never until I started actually making the videos and started watching YouTube videos on how to do it. Yeah. And I'm like, oh man, like subscribing is like these people's lifeblood, and liking the video and commenting is like, you know, the only thing that drives these people. So now when I watch it, like now when I start a YouTube video, I just hit like right away before I even watch the damn thing. Like I just do it right away.
Yeah, I need to start doing that more too. Shit. Yeah, I didn't really subscribe to videos too before like a year or two ago. And then I started realizing that, oh, I can just get all the content that people like in like one place.
Yeah. And
so now I use it every day. I'm like, okay, what's come out today? And I'll actually go to like my subscribed videos and look through it, where I used to not do that.
Yeah. Same thing. Same here. I found the H3 guys. Shit, what is it called? Is it just H3? H3. The it's like
Okay, yeah.
yeah, you know, it's like Ethan Klein and Ela Klein, and they
Yeah,
just
yeah,
do
yeah. The
like
guy that's
funny
always in the
videos.
YouTube drama.
Say it again.
The guy that's always in the YouTube drama.
Yep,
He's
yep.
always got something to say on it.
Yeah, so I found their channel and I saw a couple of their videos, and I think my wife was like at a conference or something. So I started at the very beginning because I'm weird. I like to see everything. I don't like to miss things. That's why I never like
That's
expanded my
awesome.
music collection or anything because because there's too much of it. Oh,
I think it's a great thing, man. Like our live ended.
oh no! Share your
We only get a
video.
certain amount of live going.
I guess I don't know. I guess it's been an
Yeah.
hour. I can just redo it.
Okay. Whatever works.
Let's see. I'm gonna do it again. Let's see, we're still on YouTube's. We got 5 people on YouTube and we got 2 people on Facebook. That's not bad.
Pretty good.
Alright, I'm gonna add you back again. Send to
Okay. There we go.
JP Tax. Okay, that didn't work. JP. I have this thing like if I touch it too hard, it's going down. This really
And mine's like
ghetto.
standing up by the wire.
Okay, I sent it to you again. Oh wait.
Oh.
Oh, you sent it to me. There we go. Go live. All right.
Oh, shit.
It should work.
All right, there we go. I'm
Okay,
there.
so shit, what was I saying? Oh yeah, so I watched all their videos from beginning to end. So I started with the really shitty ones that they very first started, and they were really funny. And then I
Yeah.
went through like 3 years of videos in like 3 days. Like it was crazy. I could watch all of them. And that's what made me be like, "Oh, I could totally do this." Like I could totally try to be like funny on YouTube. Like if these guys can do it, and I saw how they did it, and I like watched the evolution of it.
Dude, that's what's up, man. Studying it like that.
Yeah, and it was weird. Like it was weird that I never was a YouTube person because I grew up on the internet. Like I've been on the internet as a kid from the AOL days. I got a bunch of trouble on AOL as a kid.
Right?
I got a lot of trouble on AOL as a kid actually.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, I got my whole family banned from it.
No way. Oh, shit.
Yeah.
That's funny. No one knew what it was, really. It was a new thing.
Yeah, I had a bunch of friends. It was like when I was like 11 or 12. I had a bunch of really shady like Russian friends.
Okay.
And we were in this chat room one time,
Uh-huh.
and somebody came in and said like, "Hey, fuck you guys," and then they left, and then I was like, "Hey, fuck you too," and then when I said it, some other admin came in and saw that I said that, and then they messaged me and they were like, "Hey, you know, AOL chat rooms are a place for everyone. Like, you can't be saying that kind of stuff." And I was like, "What?" And so, I got on my another account and I did this little phishing thing with him. They used to work back then. So I got his password and then we deleted his account. Because that's like, we did that shit all the time. And it turned out that the account that I deleted was, I think, the son of the CFO or something, or the CMO or something.
Way.
Yeah.
Dude.
Yeah, so I deleted like this guy's account, and we were like, "Ah, whatever, it's funny." And then we kept getting more messages from other people, and we would do this thing called a flood, where we would log into like 1,000 AIM accounts at once, and then send the person 1,000 messages at the same time. So we'd send them a message, an email request. You know, here's a photo. Do you want to be my friend? You know, do you want to join the chat? So they get like 500 pop-ups on their computer, and it would freeze their computer.
Mhm.
So anyway, I got my internet died, and it, you know, said call this number to figure out why. And I called it, and they're like, "Oh, is this your, you know, my mom Sharon?" And I was a little kid, and so I just hung up. And so my mom called the next day, and yeah, they were like, "Oh yeah, somebody was doing all this shady stuff," so I got banned from the internet. And my parents lost their account and everything. It was like my mom's business was on there too. It was really bad.
Oh no, that's scary.
Yeah. That was
Well,
horrible.
we made it through that, luckily.
But yeah, I've been on the internet a long time to not ever go on YouTube.
Right?
Yeah, this story took a weird turn, I guess.
It's an interesting story, though.
All right. Well, what else you got, dude?
I don't know.
So
A lot.
I don't even know. Like, did I even help you with the mug thing? I think this might have been the most challenging one yet.
All right, man. Yeah, I know. I have a lot of stuff we could have done, but
it's because it's so simple, but at the same time, it's still like a serious like little small business problem. You know, targeting your audience.
I know, right? But that should, I mean, that's what we all have to do, but it's also just getting that right just takes, like anything else, time to work out and hone in on.
Yeah.
A lot of it you just get through experimentation too, right? And that's kind of where I start with personas. I'm like, okay, this is my idea. This is what I think this person is. Now it's like, see if that's right? Like that's my hypothesis. Now let's test that hypothesis and see how close I got to being correct. But that, I mean, going through personas is always really helpful. And like, I've never actually gone through it with someone else doing it with me. Like I'm typically just me doing it alone, or at least for one of my things. But I like that. I like your process to it and the all the little details you went into. I had my own, but I don't have some of the ones that you had on there that I really like.
Yeah. Well, I still don't feel like it was that super helpful. I still want to be able to get some more like aha moments out of this, but I mean, that stuff is so hard because I mean, if it was easy, everybody. I'd just be running ads and getting, you know, strategy clients like crazy. You know, I'd just be spending $5 and making $6, right? Like that's the dream, right? Like there's a reason why Facebook is just a complete crazy ad platform.
Yeah.
Even when I launch a video and I share it to those groups, like that last video, I got almost 8,000 in front of like 8,000 people. And I got really excited about that. And it was like, hey, do you want to boost it? And I was like, all right, yeah, let's boost it. And I put like, you know, $20 on it.
Sure.
The $20, I think, netted like 500 more views and 0 engagement.
Huh.
And so it was like, damn, I got 800 or 900 engagements from sharing it into groups, and I got 0 from my $20. Like that seemed like really messed up. I thought it would, I don't know. I thought it would like double it at least.
Right.
You know?
Right. Yeah. Facebook marketing is so challenging, and I don't like doing it, man. Like I really just want to be able to pay someone else to do it, but I can't. So it's just figuring it out. But The Curator is a pretty good YouTube channel to check out. They have some good insights on marketing stuff.
The Curator?
Yeah. Or Curator. I don't think it's The Curator. Curator.
Yeah, because when you hire someone to do this, you not only have to pay for the ad budget, but you got to pay them, and they usually want like, isn't it like 30% of the ad budget or something? And then
something like that.
Yeah, and they'll have like a minimum like $10,000 a month budget, and so then they get 3, and it's like, damn, like that's a big risk, you know. I would totally do
exactly, and it's hard to know, but exactly right.
I would totally spend 10 grand and get like, you know, 3 clients out of it. That would pay for itself. You know, like I would totally do that, but man, that's so risky.
Yeah, but if they don't get you anyone and you don't get paid, then it's like that money's sunk. But then at the same time, it's like, okay, well, if I do it myself, I don't get anything either. I guess. What does it matter, you know?
Yeah.
But at least the way I'm doing it right now, it's like, okay, spend like $20-$40 for the week. Like that's not a huge deal. How I justify it too, I'm like, every time I buy like a beer, like a kombucha or something, I'm always like, that would have been better spent on Facebook marketing. And I'm just like,
would
okay,
it been though?
What?
Would have it been though? I don't know. Maybe.
Well, personally, I think so because, like, okay, especially like a beer, definitely. Because, like, I don't find personally, I think drinking a beer is like so more detrimental to my health and my well-being that it's way better if I spent that on Facebook ads. But at least there's a potential that $5 could generate me, $7. Or whatever.
It's like a gamble. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like the casino.
Yeah, but there's at least a potential there. With the beer, it's gone for sure, 100%. I'm definitely not getting anything back, right?
Yeah, that's a good way to look at it.
And I also get to learn something about marketing if I spend it there instead of drinking a beer that doesn't progress me in any way towards goals.
We should try to find somebody who knows about this stuff, and we should have another call and see if they could like shed some light on this, because it's definitely something that probably like every single person that would watch my video would want to know.
Not a doubt.
Because even when I even worked at like an SEO agency that did this kind of stuff, and they did mostly lawyers, and I don't even know. And that stuff was, I think it was Google Ads is what they were doing, and that stuff was crazy. It was like $20 a click. It was crazy expensive.
Yeah, Google has gotten so expensive, and like Facebook's gonna start going up. But there's so many different places you can market though. Like everyone talks mainly about Facebook because they're the big ones in the news and the big players in the game right now. But like I said, I think Twitter is probably really undervalued, and I think there's other ones that are interesting, like Quora. I want to test that out, see how it goes there. Reddit, you can also pay for promotion in.
I've tried Reddit before too, and I didn't get anywhere.
I feel like Reddit, like just if anything advertising, Reddit community is so weird and crazy about that stuff.
Yeah.
I don't know how anything works there, and I have no idea how Reddit is making any money right now. People like trying it out and be like, oh, it doesn't work, until they just get the money.
Yeah, Reddit is scary. I posted that last video that I did on the entrepreneur subreddit because it just seemed like I was like, hey guys, I think I have something valuable for you. You guys are entrepreneurs. So this video is supposed to be about, how to talk to a cold lead, and get them to, trust you and stuff without having to sell anything. You just be yourself, try to help them, genuinely, because people can smell the sale and all that kind of stuff. And they're so jaded over there. And they were just like, most of them were just like, oh, what the hell are you trying to sell? And I'm just like, oh, I actually am not selling anything. I'm just, my only goal is just to build like an audience, I guess. I guess that's what I'm selling, but that's not, not really, I'm not really selling anything. Just trying to help one person at a time. Like, I don't know. I don't know. It's weird.
It's a tough game, man. Audience growing. But it's also kind of fun to figure it out and make little adjustments and tweaks and see what works and what doesn't.
Yeah, for sure.
God damn it, it's really frustrating at times.
How are you trying to grow your podcast right now?
So that's another thing with a lot of this though too. What I've learned is it's just consistency. Like I've talked to a lot of people about it, and they're just like, you just got to continuously put stuff out there, and then it grows. So like, it's been really slow. Like I haven't had a ton of growth, but I've just been, having the people that are guests share it on theirs, posting, on the Instagram. Again, like that was the main one is doing the Twitter stuff. Like that's really, I've been trying to grow it and get people to discover through that. But then my other kind of goal is to try to get on. I've been trying to get on some other podcasts, but I haven't really found anyone in my niche that would have me on. I got to reach out to this other guy again really quick and see if he'll have me on to talk about like Star Wars, Star Trek, and the Orville and how those contrast. But again, just I've posted a little bit on Reddit. Reddit actually drove a couple views. And then, yeah, some of the podcasting groups on Facebook, like when they do the math, like promote your shit, I post it in there.
Yeah.
And try to do like a good, really understandable what's my podcast about. Why should you listen? And, a nice link. And sometimes I'll post one of the marketing materials that I created for it.
Okay. Well, you want to tell like the 4 people watching what your podcast is about?
Yeah, I can tell. So the podcast is called Out of the Cave, and it's about reimagining what society can be if given a fresh start. So I go and I interview. I have like 3 different segment types. So the main one is where I interview experts and their expertise about, if we were to start from scratch and build a society on like an island or like do a seastead or something of that nature, how do we do it in regards to their area? So like whether it's government structure, educational system, sustainability, urban design, things of those nature. Like we kind of dig into it and talk about that.
That sounds pretty cool, actually.
Thanks, man. Yeah, it's been a lot of fun. It's really just like an excuse for me to talk to really smart people about like something I really like talking about. And then, so then like the second segment is just audio essays, which is just like me, which I just recorded today, which they exhaust me so much, but they're fun to do. Where it's just me talking about kind of some of my insights and ideas about how I might do it. And then the third is only access through Patreon.
Oh, okay.
And so you'll have to support me there to get that one. But I'm going to release an example one. So like people will be like, oh, okay, that's something I'd want to actually support him with. And so then release that actually probably the night after we get off of this call.
That's cool.
It's street epistemology. So I examine someone's belief and why they have it, and if they feel that they should continue to hold that belief, or maybe if they should let go of it. And so we kind of dive into that, and it's a really cool method based on the Socratic method. The guy I already kind of did it, where it's just questioning. So I sit and I don't comment on anything. I just continuously ask questions and restate what they've already said.
Yeah.
And it's amazing, like the insights that some people get. So this guy has a YouTube channel called Street Epistemology, which is phenomenal, which inspired me to do it. And then it's based on the Socratic method, which is, Socrates just asking questions to gain insight.
That's awesome. That kind of sounds like kind of what, I mean, how you said it sounds way cooler than I will, but it kind of sounds like how I do strategy sessions, where I don't really know anything. I just try to ask questions that bring the insights out of the person about their small business or whatever. Like I just did one with a fertility neuropath and nutritional therapist, and I don't know anything about either of those 2 topics, and just asking them questions about that stuff. They're like writing stuff down, oh, it's a good idea, we're gonna do this, we're gonna do that. So that's really interesting. I'm gonna check that out. It'll be a nice layer to add on top of it.
Without a doubt. Actually, Chris Do kind of does it's very similar to I'm sure exactly what you do. And Chris Do kind of, when I watch him, it's very similar to what he does too. Like, that's really what it is in essence, is just a series of asking the right questions and kind of trying to pull the answers out from within them. Cause that's the idea too in anything. Like he's basically doing like that. It is doing it is they're trying to reframe someone's belief. And the best way to do that is to have it come from within them. Because if you're trying to attack, right? Or like go at people and trying to convince them that your position's right and theirs is wrong, you actually get the reverse effect, and they dig deeper into their position. They're like, no, I know. Blah, blah, blah. But if you just ask questions and have it be like their idea, and you have helped them arrive at your conclusion, it's when you do it too for the first, you've probably experienced it, but when you do it and you have someone arrive at the conclusion that you're trying to drive them to, and they're like, and they realize that what you did to it, and they go, God damn it.
You just had this big shit eating
they're
grin.
open to it, they're like, right. And I'm like, I don't know.
Yeah, like I've always felt this was always my problem is I've always felt like maybe I should have been like a therapist or something, because it's always really easy for me to see why someone is doing something or to see why they're making the mistakes they're making. It's always been really easy for me to like empathize with somebody, but not really, because empathize isn't the right word, because if I could empathize with them, then I would be able to understand and feel the, you know, hurt or sadness, and then know, and then have a better response, right? But that's never how I was. I was always just like, I could see it plain as day, and then it would kind of make me angry that they didn't see it. And then I would just be like, see it, like fucking see it. And then they'd be like, no, you know, screw you. And so it never worked. And so I would always be really frustrated. And then I realized that doing that, it doesn't work at all. Like, you can't tell anybody anything ever. It's just, you just can't. They have to arrive there themselves. So that's something that I'm working on right now, like every day. I still do it all the time. And it's like a big struggle of mine for sure. And for a long time, I was just like, I'm just not going to say anything.
Yeah.
But like the person inside of me, like I like to solve problems. And when I can't solve the problem, it makes me mad. Like, cause I'm so good at solving problems. Like, that's what I love to do.
I agree.
Yeah. So there's a lot of interesting stuff you said. I'm going to look that up. And it's like, you're like this, like Socrates. How long has that guy been dead for? Like thousands of years. Like, you would think I would have looked this up by now.
No, most people don't, man. Very few people get into philosophy. It's really heavy and convoluted, and especially if you like read their books, it's just like, so, because it's been translated and wasn't translated great, and it's all like, wait, what did that person just say? And it's hard to understand, and it's like, just works out like really difficult, heavy part of your brain that no one really wants to work. But so most people don't get into it. I don't expect them to. But my brain's just tuned to it, where I'm just like, I eat that shit up.
Well, you said that there's like a podcast or a YouTube channel that kind of, brings it into the, language that you understand, at least, right? Like, or that I would understand.
That definitely, that will definitely help. Well, if you really want to get like the best podcast, or not podcast, YouTube for like philosophy that is digestible, is The School of Life. That one is phenomenal. That, and he goes over some of the philosophers, and that's a really good one if you don't want to like read the book. A lot of people just like won't be able to understand the book, because again, it's difficult to understand stuff. But there he breaks it down as really good videos. In the Street Epistemology, he just does it. It's not really, he's not teaching, he's not showing you how to do it really. I mean, he is kind of in essence by doing it, but it's really just him there. He literally is doing it like on the street. Like, he'll go to a college campus, or a lot of times he's standing at this hiking trail by where he lives, and he'll just stop people and be like, hey, he's very friendly and open. Like, would you be willing to, have a 5-minute conversation about a belief of yours? You're like, okay. And most of them, he's very like atheistic. So he's like, a lot of them around religion. But I think the best one is around karma, because the girl is able to like really, you like watch her like viewpoint change in the conversation, and her go from like 80% that she believed karma was real and like a thing, to at the end of the conversation, she was more at like a 30%, very much questioning the nature of karma.
Okay. So does he have like his own agenda that he's trying to change it, or is it just like changing anything?
His idea is just really it's a non-confrontational way of like examining belief and getting to truth. Like, that's the idea behind it really, right? Is that you're trying to root what truth is.
Oh, okay.
And a lot of people don't have trouble understanding what truth is, because a lot of what people think truth is what people have told them.
Right.
Which is in essence a lot of the case. Like, a lot of what you understand is always what's been told to you or that you've learned. But a lot of it is just like unsupported truth, right?
Right. Yeah, for sure.
So like specifically, like the easiest one is to go around, you know, certain religious beliefs. Like a lot of this stuff, people assume the truth of the nature of it and go by like the feeling they have from, you know, different experiences. Mm-hmm. But they very rarely have ever questioned it because they've been told don't question it, because if they question it, then they're not true to the faith, which gives them a bad feeling, right?
Right. That's what faith is all about.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
So then like he brings up the idea of faith a lot to help them like examine that word first, to like kind of lead them into the other stuff. Like, what is faith? How do you know when you're experiencing faith?
Okay. That's interesting.
And then he contrast between other religions a lot too. Like, okay, here's, you know, someone that was a Muslim believes the exact same thing, but it's a Muslim God. Is it different or is it the same? But I don't know.
It's interesting. Yeah, you brought up a lot of really interesting stuff that I gotta look up. I feel like I'm just like, now I feel like overwhelmed. I feel like you at the beginning of the call where you're like, I don't know what to talk about. I was like, oh man, which one of these books am I gonna read first? I'm gonna bust out Twitter now.
If you ever need resources, man.
Huh?
Yeah. If you ever need like ideas on things to read or to watch, I got a ton.
Okay. I will definitely hit you up about that. You said it's something called histomology?
Street epistemology.
Oh.
So he's on the street and he's doing epistemology, which is really, it's the convoluted philosophy word for basically seeking wisdom and understanding truth.
Okay. I'm just writing this down. All right. Well, as always with these episodes, I never no idea where they're gonna go, but I thought I thought it was pretty cool. What did you think? What do you think?
I enjoyed it, man. I had a good time. Always down to get on and chat about things. I running through that exercise was helpful, and enjoyed doing that.
Yeah, I still feel bad that it didn't really get that far in it.
Don't worry about it, man. Honestly, like the real help I need right now, to be honest, is like I need like daily in the grind with me, working it out, helping strategize. Like that's truly the help that I've identified that I need for myself. So I'm working on trying to figure out how to get that where I need to get it with, I don't know, whatever that is.
So what do you mean? What do you mean daily? What do you mean?
So I don't know exactly what I mean. I just know that I need either like a coach that's going to be, you know, talking with me daily and helping me work through a lot of these problems and things that I'm going through, whether it's like personal life or business.
Yeah.
Mainly with business though right now, that's kind of main focus. Another option, you know, is like just someone to help me with all the stuff that I'm working on, like an assistant or a partner.
Yeah.
One of those two is really what I need to find.
Well, it sounds like you've got a lot to teach. So like maybe an option for you is like an intern kind of thing. I don't know.
Yeah, maybe. I guess I could try to find an intern. I feel like I'm not intern worthy.
Yeah, dude, that's like, how everybody feels.
I know.
That's how every person feels. I feel like that all the time. And then people ask me stuff and I'm like people from our group will message me and be like, "Hey, can you help me set up a video thing?" And I'm like, "Dude, I don't know anything about video. I don't know shit about video." And they're like, "Oh, but you're recording stuff." And I'm like, that doesn't mean anything.
You're like, I'm just figuring it out. But it's like you're still that far ahead of where they are probably. Like,
yeah, so and then I think like, you know, like the very first video I did, I didn't have any lights at all in my I had no lights. And if you look at the video, it is it's crazy grainy because my webcam was like blown out. The gain and everything was blown out. I didn't even realize it. Like I didn't even notice it. And then I go back and I'm like, wow, that looks so bad. And I
Right.
realized like, oh, because you need light to have a video
Uh-huh.
and a camera. It's like the biggest thing. Having an
The thing
excess
you
amount of
learn, right?
light. And so I learned that, and I'm like, oh, okay,
Uh-huh.
get some lights. And they're like, oh, really? So yeah, it's the whole imposter syndrome thing where you feel like
I know.
you don't deserve to be telling anybody how to do anything.
Right.
And yeah,
Also, I just feel like I should pay people for work. Like I like paying people
yeah,
to work.
yeah,
You know?
absolutely, yeah, that's true.
But I don't know. Yeah, maybe I should just try to see if I can find some college kid who wants to learn some things about some things.
Well, we can wrap this up, but I still want to
All right.
know like I don't know. I want to know where these things that you're talking about are going to go. Um Maybe we could do like a follow up or something. I don't know.
Happy to, dude. Just let me know. I'm
Yeah.
around.
Okay.
Yeah.
So are you
I'm
gonna
on.
are you gonna like change anything with your strategy with trying to target these ruler cup guys?
Oh, totally. I'm definitely going to. I got a couple ideas I'm mulling over, but also I got some ideas on what to target Facebook ads wise, based on the strategy. Can you send me that too, by the way? Even just like a screenshot.
Yeah,
of
sure,
it.
dude. I'm so happy that you want me to send it to you. So it actually did help you a little bit. Then you actually think it'll help a little bit?
Oh, absolutely. Like I'll look through that. Like that's something I needed to do, and that's again for me too. Like I know there's so much to do, and I know these things that I got to do, but I just sometimes I'm like so like, all right, I need to get going and just get something out there so like I get it going, you know.
Yeah.
And I just like a lot of times I'm just like, all right, I'm getting this out there just so I can test it and I can come back to everything later.
Yeah.
Just so I can see if something works before I like devote a bunch of time to it and energy.
Yeah, yeah.
And
Well, yeah, dude, that's what it's all about.
Play around. Exactly. But anyhow, that's something that like needs to be done, and I just haven't done it yet. And I'm glad we did it. So you reminded me to do it, and now it's done. So it's something I don't have to do later. Thank God. And I can take that and again better build a marketing strategy for it. Like for right now, like it's really just broad, and I think I did construction worker, I did like woodworking, and I did